Morning everyone, and welcome back to the Runpreneur vlog, where we discuss all things entrepreneurship and running. It is a very foggy and cold morning. It feels about -2, -3. We're really getting some wintry conditions now, but again, no wind, which is fortunate because the fog alone is making it feel really damp and cold. So not perfect running conditions, but we'll suck it up and carry on. And it's Monday motivation day, so where we discuss all things motivation, productivity predominantly, and today's topic is how you can improve yourself by just 1% every day. So if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and give it a like, and let's get started. So, what do we mean by get better by 1% every day? Well, it is a productivity hack really, but it's also very much mindset orientated as well. So, which a lot of productivity starts within the mind ultimately. So it's all about getting your mind straight and understanding where you are, where you're going, how you can get there more effectively and more efficiently. That is ultimately what productivity is. How you can stop those procrastination moments whereby you just freeze and stop making progress. So this is an important one. I can't actually remember where I learned this process from, but it's similar to one of my favourite books of all time, which is called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And he had a really simple concept that it was a really, really short book, but super easy to understand and super easy to take away some really key learning points from. And his point was that you're never standing still. You're either progressing or you're regressing. So you're either, it's like, if you don't do anything, it's having an adverse effect on your journey. If you do stuff and the right things, it's having a positive effect on your journey. And I think that's really, really important to understand that. I'll just leave that for today. Well, you're moving back. You're not standing still. People think, "Oh, just take a break." Well, if you don't kick on again, then you're kind of moving backwards rather than forwards. It's really, really important. And the other thing which was really, really key from this is his argument was that when how do you eat an elephant? Well, one bite at a time is the phrase, and this is super important to understand this, because he was saying you don't have to move the world every day. You just need to break down whatever your goal is into little teeny tiny bite-sized chunks, almost as insignificant as possible, so that it's super easy to do them, but just as easy not to do them. And that's what he's trying to get. And it's just about the people that do those little teeny tiny insignificant actions every day, which compounded over the course of time make a massive difference to where you are in the future. It's like the compound effect, and understanding compounding impact on productivity, which is really important. And that's where this comes from. So you've got a choice every day. You can do the little tiny little tasks that are so easy to do, or just as easy not to do, that should contribute to achieving your long-term goal, or you don't do them. Now, if you choose to do them, and you turn that into a habit and you do them every day, a couple of months, 3 months, 4 months down the line, the compounding effect of having moved forward every day, you'll be significantly further down the line than if you don't do them. If you don't do them, 1, 2, 3, 4 months down the line, you'll be regressing rather than progressing. So you might only think that the other guy is 4 months down ahead, but you're actually probably 8 months behind, because you've regressed 4 months from not doing those little teeny tiny tasks. I hope this makes sense, and it's not just a waffling vlog episode like many of these are, but that's the point about just make yourself better by 1% every day. And what we mean by that is you can interpret this in many different ways. One way is to look at yourself and say, I want to improve by 1% every day. And okay, you're never going to achieve that, because clearly if you improve by 1% every day, you'd be perfect within 100 days. Or whether it's all relative, it's 1% of who you are the previous day you want to improve by. So that could be another way of looking at it. But either or, it's incredibly difficult to continue to progress at that rate. Although, it should be in the back of your mind. What can I do today that's going to make me 1% better than I was yesterday? And that's a really, really interesting mindset, because every day we do things well, every day we do things not so well. And it's about taking stock each day, and this vlog helps me dramatically do that. As in, I can look back and think, yesterday, I had a rubbish day yesterday. I didn't actually have a lovely day, because it was a weekend. I was with my family and kids, so it was a great day. But if you look back at a working day, for example, and you think, like last week I had a really tough week. So rather than just condense last week into one day, well, loads of things went wrong, loads of stuff I had to react to. I could dwell on that, or I could look at it and think, right, what did I do well in that day? I'll take that forward. What did I not do so well? Okay, right, I've got to learn from that, so I'm going to do this differently today. And it's just that process of evaluating what's happened and how you can do things differently the next time. Because I always say to everyone in my team that mistakes are great. Okay, as long as they're not catastrophic mistakes. But mistakes are great because it's part of progress. You learn a lot more from mistakes you make than from it just all going swimmingly. So, take solace in that, knowing that mistakes are part of the journey. But what isn't acceptable is making the same mistake multiple times. Once or twice, you know what, we can live with. Any more than twice, then there's an issue there with learning. And that's where it becomes a bit more of an issue, because then it's starting to hinder your journey, rather than learn from mistake, move on, improve, get better. That's the general mantra we're trying to achieve here. So there's just a few thoughts on this process, but the key summary, I suppose, if we're going to look at it, is number one, you're never standing still. You're either progressing or you're regressing. Number two, the process of improving yourself by just 1% every day is all about analysing what you did well the previous day and what you did not so well the previous day, learning from the stuff you didn't do so well and continuing the stuff you did do well. And you'll continue on that journey to progression and productivity. And what you've also got to remember there is number three, understand the compounding effect of those actions, of doing the right things each day over the course of time. It means that you're moving far quicker to your destination than you would if you weren't doing that, that's for sure. So, hope that makes sense. Hope this has been useful. And as always, got any questions on this, drop me a comment. I'll respond to everyone. If there's a bigger topic, I'll still respond, but I'll do a separate vlog episode. I'll try and tag you in. If this isn't for you, or it's irrelevant, just unfollow. No problem there whatsoever. But before you go, please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Runpreneur, where all these episodes are catalogued nice and neatly by playlist, and it'll hopefully be a nice free resource for you to tap in and out of at some point in the future. Also, make sure you join the Facebook Runpreneur community, where all the free resources for this vlog are hosted. So, all that's left to say is the Runpreneur vlog was set up to help entrepreneurs, business owners overcome the emotions of stress, anxiety and overwhelm by using exercise, and in my case running, as a mechanism to control, manage and thrive under these emotions that every single entrepreneur and business owner experiences. It can often be the difference between success and failure, how well that entrepreneur deals with these emotions. And if you deal with them well, you grow, you thrive under the pressure, you move on to bigger, better things. If you don't deal with them well, it will bottlenecks, the pressure builds and builds and builds, and one of two things happens. Number one, the entrepreneur breaks down. Number two, the business breaks down. Either or can often be terminal to the likelihood of your business lasting a test of time. So I've been there, I've lost businesses because of these emotions, not being able to talk to people, not being able to clear my head, get headspace. And I feel now, especially using this vlog and running every day, I've got a process now where I can get pure clarity and I can get my emotions under control, I can process them, I can thrive under the circumstances, and as a result I've taken on more than I've ever taken on, and I feel in complete control. I feel like I'm thriving and moving forwards rather than bottlenecking and crumbling under the pressure. So my pledge to you is that there's so many entrepreneurs out there that suffer with entrepreneurial pride, and they're too proud to talk to anybody about this stuff, even though it's getting pretty real. It's becoming a really big issue on themselves and their business. So my pledge to you is just drop me a message. Some entrepreneurs have done this already, and hopefully we've made a positive impact in their lives. There's no catch here. I'm not selling anything. There's no downside to this. It's just a jump on a free call. I'm just going to try and give you a few implementable steps you can integrate into your daily life that will hopefully get you back on top of this and get you back on the pathway to success. And I always said that if this vlog just saves one entrepreneur or one business, it's been 1,000,000% worthwhile. So don't be too stubborn. So all that's left to say is, if you like this video, please give it a like and a subscribe. Morning. Okay. If you want to watch more content similar to this, please check out the playlist button below. And as always, stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow.